И будем рассчитывать на то, что народ пожалуется, если что неправильно. Так. Live. Hello, potential future archive viewers. If you are not turned off by the horrible quality of previous parts, then...
They are totally turned off. Nobody's gonna watch now, ever.
Oh well. Also, there is totally a stone here that's missing its bottom polygon. Now with the great quality you can actually see and make out all that crap. Hey yo. Okay, I've held the camera enough on that. So, in between the last session and this session we did a little bit of testing with quality settings and whatnot, and I increased bitrate like by a crazy amount. More than 2 times actually. And judging by the recordings of the test streams, it should be working better. Also,
Also, hello that guy.
Ah yes, hello that guy as well. There's hoping that OBS actually catches this. And ship chat actually catches this and shows it.
Hello again, Vice.
And hello Vice, yes. Ah yes, ship chat is catching it. But OBS isn't showing anything. God fucking damn. Let me properties. Maybe the server thing changed. Ah no, okay. Apparently it just needed updating. Okay, now everything should be on stream, even my test messages, I think. Right, well, better having test messages and having no chat at all on screen. Yeah, test 2 and test 3, the ones it caught. Alright, so, since apparently my fix for the forever spinning GPU fan was temporary and it stopping spinning again, I will probably by next stream update my graphics drivers to the latest and see if anything changes, but whatever like hiccups in FPS we may experience today will probably stop next time, so that's good. And during the testing I got like a couple souls. I went into the earlier areas and killed a bunch of the easy enemies, so I'll level up once or twice. Here probably just once, yes, I was putting stuff in vigor.
What is Until Dawn, that guy? Is that like a zombie game or what?
Until Dawn, actually I know that. That's the horror game, which is like there's a lot of like QTEs and just choosing like what character should do. Basically, little action and thanks for the test, post, I appreciate it. Little to no action and a lot of, you know, just choices. And it is like a video game version of a classic slasher movie with a lot of teenagers that are getting killed off, but you can apparently save all of them and stuff like that. That's what I know. It's a horror game. But instead of zombies, there's like a Wendigo and a couple of maniacs. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, I haven't looked too deeply into it. And thanks for the test, Hippia. Also, I remembered while testing the qualities that we did rescue that one, actually not rescue as much as just recruit that one guy from that one place who promised me sorceries, and he might be... Why did it still not load the walls? So the sorcery guy might be somewhere around here. There is someone up there standing by the throne whom I had never noticed. Who are you?
Unkindled, are we? And fast on the trail of the Lords absconded.
What are you even talking?
Then these red eyes are for you.
Oh. That guy's from Bloodborne.
Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for?
Okay. Yes, of course, everyone must laugh. So I don't know if he's always been there or if he just appeared. I don't remember encountering him before, but I'm gonna still quickly make a run around and look at the mage guy. He was quite fat in the back department, so maybe he should be easily visible from a distance. There's just a lot of space here. For some reason this water is really green. He probably is not gonna just settle in the water anywhere. Yes, and after that I'm actually not sure where I'll go. I'll probably check out this tower. Okay, the thief guy is here as well, apparently.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part. Whatever trinket you need, speak up.
Oh, maybe you sell Titanite.
Just don't ask me where I got them.
Sneaky advertising. I see what you're doing here. That guy. Don't be that guy.
Heavens. She
Oh.
was already dead. Thank you. I'm not
I
surprised.
guess I keep the ring then.
Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring
Indeed.
as, well, a little trinket.
Too bad I
of
really
thanks,
don't need that
I
fucking ring.
suppose.
Might as well sell it. Purchase item. Ooh, he has a lot of crap, including a mace, my old friend. And the armor from Dark Souls 1. Cool. And humanities and bombs. But no Titanite and no keys, so nothing that interests me at the moment.
Goodbye.
Oh, I should probably
this
talk to
place
him.
is a bore. What good is thievery if you've nowhere to go? Oh, hello. And in
Also, even though a lot
You
of
can
people
keep
told
the
me...
ring as
Okay, he probably...
you can
Yes, it's the same thing, goodbye. A lot of people told me that, like...
and stay safe.
well, actually not told me, but I've seen a lot of people say that armor barely makes a difference in this game, that there is no poise, especially that I heard all over the place, that poise is just gone. But, one, there's totally a poise stat on the armor, and two, I'm totally now resistant to the regular enemies' attacks, and I can just plow through them and attack them, like those guys from the settlement even, whom I spent like half of last stream killing. I can just kind of run up to them like this and completely ignore their attacks even if they manage to do something to me, and just kill them in one shot. And of course they deal a lot less damage. So combined with the revelation that this armor doesn't make me even mid-roll, why the hell did I even ever expect to play this game without any armor? This is so cool. Also, I found out that this club has a great after-roll attack very fast, and better looking than the stupid little thrust from whichever game had it, 2 or 1, I don't remember. Anyway, here is the sorcerer.
Oh, our champion of Ash. Welcome.
I guess it's like a shell that he's wearing on his
This
back.
pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame.
Come on, guy, don't be so
And I never would have,
self-deprecating.
had you not taken me into your service.
You don't even have a face.
I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service.
What is leal? I don't know that word. Draw out true strength. What?
Then shall we begin?
What? What have I just
Bearer
agreed to?
of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
Okay. Wait, what? What? What am I using for this? I'm not using souls. Will he just increase one attribute for free? Sure, I'll take it. Ah, yes, it was a one-time... Cool! So it's like a Diablo 2 quest reward, just one-time extra stat point. That's... I wonder why they hadn't thought of that in previous games. That's actually like a pretty cool thing. Yeah, purchase item. Yeah, apparently you don't have anything apart from sorceries, which have the same graphics.
FYI, Antroid. Leal means loyal.
Cool, thanks. I thought to ask someone to look it up, but apparently
As I
you
have
can read my
said,
thoughts.
I was once a sorcerer.
I just know you too well,
Whereas
after all
the
these
magic of
years.
Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim.
Oh, Vinheim,
But I
hello.
can teach you what I know, perhaps more importantly. I believe that I can help tease out your true strength.
Well, my true strength was apparently
We
just...
pilgrims of Londor
1
are
point of
keenly
vigor.
aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special.
Yes, a big club. Oh, beacon, cool. Talk?
As I have said, alas, but I
No.
I'm a weep.
If you ever tell me his name, Yoel, so it's not a character from previous games. Goodbye.
Be safe, champion.
You know what I just thought?
What?
You fucked up.
Where?
Well, each level up takes more souls, right?
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, well, I mean, this is like saving consumables and never using them. Might as well make use of that. Like, I'm gonna be swimming in souls, and I'm gonna be losing like hundreds of thousands of souls. Yeah. I am actually not that far. Does my stat tell me next level up? Yes, I almost feel like going and smashing a bit to level up. Well, I guess I'll just smash in the field organically. Burnout and Bone Shard. That's... I'm going to read about that first. I'm not gonna do something without thought. Again. Okay, where is that Bone Shard? Homeward Born? I guess these are 3 max or something? Oh, and I was going to leave rubbish for the crow. Yep. Pale Tongue. Proof of Invaders History. Victory, actually. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? Resin, knife. Oh, it's a shard. I could do that as well. Ah yes, and I found the fire gem while I was just fucking around. Dark Sigil, what's that? Accumulates curse. Why do I have that? Did I always have this? I don't remember this. Who gave me this? Oh, a hole in the flesh. I guess I always had this, I just didn't check my keys. Vice Commander, why would I never open chests? You open chests immediately, unless it's like Might Magic and you expect them to be trapped. And your characters don't have disarm high enough level.
Or if there's like level dependent loot or something, but I can't imagine this being the case in Dark Souls.
Yeah, probably not. Actually, do like Skyrim or Oblivion have level dependent loot? I never noticed anything like that. But I never, of course, looked into it.
Probably.
Huh. Well, it's probably not gonna affect how I play anyway. I wonder if I just don't have any of those bone shards and it's just giving me the option despite that. Let me try burning and see. Yeah, okay. Let's go infuse our Estus shard or whatever.
Ah, just good, wasn't he?
Reinforce Estus flask. I wonder if I can level Estus flasks up like in Dark Souls 1. Okay, I need 4 Titanite shards.
Pretty be careful.
Alright, let's go to the crow nest and put some rubbish on them. And see if they like it. And I guess since we'll be there, we might as well check out the tower as well. Also, there's 2 crows places, like that one over there in the rafters, where they all also called out to me. And of course the one on the roof itself. I might just leave the rubbish on each of those. Because I have 3 rubbish, I have rubbish to spare. I ate the voice acting for the crows, so I'm gonna be skipping. I am sorry if anyone out there likes it and wants to hear it every time. Not gonna happen. Leave. 1. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to decipher Pickle P and whatever the second thing she says. Pumperam or whatever. Okay, well I'll just wait until I get something that qualifies as Pickle P, I suppose. Hippocate, you might remember, how did the ladder controls work in Dark Souls 2? Did you have to press down and space to slide?
You had to hold the button to slide.
Oh.
I remember it was different from Dark Souls 1 because
Yeah.
I fell off the ladders all the time after playing Dark Souls 1.
So in this one, if you just press space, you fall off like in 2, but to slide you have to press down and space. Let me check one more time. Yeah, you have to hold down and space. That's fascinating. Why did I feel the need to change that? Also, examine. Seed of a giant tree is yet to grow. Alright. Let's walk in this tower. Actually, we have walked in this tower. Let's get to that bridge and not fall off of it like previously. Of course,
If I remember, Seed of the Tree of Giant is a thing from Dark Souls 2,
Yeah.
and it probably has something to do with like PvP. Maybe if you kill enough invaders, it grows, but I don't remember what it does.
I remember those trees just for being able to access the memories, but the seed or whatever, I think it...
There was one tree with the seed.
Ah, okay, so it didn't have anything to do with like the general mechanic of those trees and the memories.
No, it was a separate tree.
And I think wasn't the seed also like a starter item, one of them optional starter items?
Perhaps, I don't remember.
Probably was. So yeah, and that was it had to do something. It had something to do with something about PvP. Also, there is items in there. Do I go down on this lift or up? Up, okay. I'll have to check under it as well then. Hopefully the katana guy doesn't have brothers or sisters in here. Bloodstained doesn't want to show for some reason. Interesting. Bloodborne had a glitch like that at the beginning, just when it launched. The blood stains just wouldn't show anything when you press on them. Then they fixed it. Okay, there.
Hello, Reddener.
Oh yeah, hello, Redner. Whoever you are. Also, there totally should have been a secret here. No walls, no items. Perhaps I could drop onto that tree, or I don't know. I haven't obviously. Well, I mean, I could probably just get there by safer means. I have no idea about fall damage in this game. I probably received some fall damage at some point already, but I don't remember how much, and of course I don't remember. I have no idea what kind of height would be fatal. Because, you know, Dark Souls 1 had one understanding of this whole thing. Dark Souls 2 made it worse, but then gave you the cat ring to make it better. Okay. I'm expecting the bell to fall on my ass, or I mean my head. Firekeeper soul, run away. No? Nothing's falling. Okay, cool, so I guess I'll make my thingamagic stronger now. That was alone probably worth 20,000 souls, because that's quite a good thing. I was kind of being annoyed with how little my Estus is healed. Oh, you guys are together, that's cute. Okay, nothing under the lift. But it seems like I can maybe do a little bit of jumping. No, I cannot. Well, since I couldn't catch that coffin, I'm assuming I cannot catch whatever is jutting out below the item. Though I feel like checking anyways, because, you know, maybe my depth perception was wrong there.
Hey, Sabiente.
Hello, Sabiente. Yeah, I have a distinct feeling that those two people are the same person, but who cares? More chat activity. Gonna look more presentable on the side of the screen on the stream. Come on, load, load, load. Okay. And it's Hypocrite's job to read the chat anyways, now that he is actually in the call. Oh, I never stopped to look. This looks actually like super pretty. I feel like this is more of the like 3D and texture artists' accomplishment than the environment designers and level designers and whatever, because they don't seem like people who can actually put together a polished environment, because there's always some direction you can look where things just look like shit. Okay, you know what? I don't actually see anywhere else where I could get to that place from. It might be jetting out more than that coffin I tried jumping on, so whatever. I'm not losing anything anyway.
I don't know. Are you jumping straight for the item now or what?
Yes, but I just slid off of it. Huh.
Maybe it's just a troll item.
I kind of doubt they would do that, but there might be some other way to get that. Let me go back for my souls once more and I will forget about that place.
I mean, look how many bodies are down there.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, they would have put those bodies there even if the item was real. Ah, that's true, Scrublord. Also, hello.
Hey.
Also, Reddener, you're a bit. I guess it's the stream delay because I just did that and didn't manage to stay on that platform. I mean, half of me feels like trying again, but another half of me doesn't. Let's see. Oh, there's totally also an item all the way down there, so should be possible. Maybe I jumped badly. I just did like a run from the side and then turned on a dime here because otherwise I don't think there's enough room here to accelerate. Oh no, there's enough room to accelerate, so I can aim directly there and try to... Fuck. That was completely wrong in every way. Oh, hello. Okay. Yeah. Firekeeper attire. Cool. Wow, so the fall damage is quite significant.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael. Visions of sadness. Estus, what the hell is an Estus ring? What does it do? I am intrigued. I guess bleed resistance is the least useful sounding. Oh, increased HP restored with Estus flask. Even more of that. Oh. Revenge time, mother. I'm expecting him to kill me again. Because I'm seeing an item in the tree. Fucking. Yeah. Well, now there is definitely no hope of kicking him down anywhere, but let's see, maybe I can just kinda spam him.
Just run the fuck away from him. Come on.
I mean, I can just keep doing that. He gets staggered by my hits. But I do need to run away to heal.
He'd better fucking drop that katana or something else.
I mean, I'm not gonna use it, even if he does. Fucking finally. Revenge is mine. What is a Clomanity room, Michael? I'm not sure what is a Clomanity room. I found that ring somewhere. I found that ring where there was a giant beast and Zig... whatever his name was, Zigward. Okay, how did I miss this item? Visions of rear and all that. East-west shield.
Antroid, there is a question for you.
From Volber, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Somehow I didn't see that message with the bright orange highlight of the word Antroid when I was answering Michael. But I am good, quite good actually. I am enjoying my new PC apart from a couple issues that are quite a bit, but like lesser issues than my old PC had. The biggest issue right now is that the freaking graphic card fan never stops spinning even after games are all shut off, and like after a whole night of the computer not doing anything, it still spins full speed after launching the game once. That was fixed momentarily after I downgraded the graphic card drivers, but today it started again, so I don't know. I hope it's not a faulty piece of hardware. I hope it's just software issues, or not just faulty piece of hardware, but like faulty connection of a cable somewhere. I guess I might just fiddle a little bit with all the cables and stuff sometime. Okay, who do I give the Firekeeper Soul to? Maybe I should read about it first.
Also, since there are like new people here and such, I feel it's necessary to mention that this is the first playthrough of the game.
Ah, yes.
And you should try not to spoil stuff.
Well, I say try as if it's really difficult, but yeah, just...
For some people it is difficult.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So, I think it's just not so much difficult as some people just don't understand the concept, but yeah. Just try to refrain from spoiling stuff. I don't know, Volber, if I have immense trouble with a boss, and if there is a option to have co-op with specific person, might as well do that. Yeah, Scrublord, you're in the clear. Hippocate just felt like saying that because there's a lot of people. She's champion. She said sigil. Soul. Okay, it doesn't say what it might do and who to give it to. I have a feeling that I might give it to the other Firekeeper because it was that way in Dark Souls 1.
Well, maybe you can use it to like resurrect the Firekeeper somewhere.
Well, I don't care about resurrecting anyone, I'm just gonna give it.
Ashen One, this is much like what lies within me. Then let it find its own place within my bosom. She will understand. We are both Firekeepers after all.
Ooh, what?
Forgive me, sister. May the flames guide thy way.
That is a completely different... Huh! Ooh! What?
Farewell, Ashen.
Oh, I have the souls for that? Okay,
Welcome, host.
let's do that. This is gonna like humanize me, or is it a different thing? I just read in the item description of that thing that it never heals. You have no dark sea. Oh. Oh, so somebody gave it to me, and it's like it says it's accumulated curse. So I got that from someone somewhere, and it's not related to humanity. For a second I thought that maybe you can get like humanity for souls in this game. And apparently the Firekeeper soul might be a single item, so I'm not gonna find any more because it had a unique use. So alright, whatever this thing is, I guess I'm gonna have to look out for getting that sigil thing that accumulates curse. I don't know what that does. For me, didn't seem cursed. But sure, cool.
Well, Volbar, you can talk about stuff that has already been experienced by Antroid.
Yeah, so now talk about like characters that are going to appear. I know that there are some characters that were mentioned in Dark Souls 1 that are going to appear here. I wasn't like trying super hard to stay completely clear of any and all Dark Souls 3 information, but I did never watch any like gameplay videos of it or anything. I just when people mentioned it I was like, oh okay, that's cool, kinda, I guess. So basically I know there's going to be some plot threads from Dark Souls 1 are going to be finished, kind of. But game mechanics, I'm not sure. Like, for example, about this curse thing, big part of Dark Souls experience is to not know this kind of stuff and find it out. Oh, and yeah, and that I guess that possibly you're right about that. Anyway, game mechanics is a toughie, so these things like what does the curse do and who gives me the curse, I would actually prefer to discover that on my own. I understand that you might have a real like hankering to answer some questions that I pose, but those questions are more rhetorical. So I guess there isn't really much to talk about in the chat with this, but you know, it's a reasonable position for the streamers who play a game, and the Dark Souls 1 streams that I follow and try to participate in any given opportunity.
You mean just stalk the shit out of a poor girl?
Yeah, yeah, well, she's like older than me, so it doesn't count as a... I guess, I don't know. But, yeah, that's... she's very adamant about not getting spoiled, so... And everyone is fine and understanding with it. So I'm going to expect the same. This still like bothers me, this huge forest thing. No shadows and there nothing. Looks really weird, really busy. Probably wastes like a fuck ton of polygons that could be used somewhere else. And it's just really, especially there on top of that cliff, because from above, from those towers, you could see that the cliff is very weirdly shaped. Also, that tower, had I ever... Because some parts of the tower look like you could climb them. Let me see.
This isn't Assassin's Creed.
No, I mean like... You know what I mean, from inside. I wonder if it's... Can't really tell if it's the same tower from the other side of the bridge. Well, I wanted to check out, I remember I wanted to check out if the giant is still going to throw spears at me. I mean, I
Didn't you have a chat with him?
Yeah, I did, but... Okay, well, I mean, he was targeting enemies as well, before. So I just need to stand here and see. This is a completely free riding spot.
Volbar, when I get a better PC, which is probably not happening ever.
Also, I finally saw that item again that I had seen last time when I was here. I assumed you would get it from somewhere else. Now I'm just interested in that because, like, where could you possibly... I guess I can just jump from here. This doesn't actually seem as difficult as I made it out to be last time. Holy shit. Oh, and there is the undead bone shard that I wanted so much. Cool.
Hello, Hazmati.
Hello, Hazmati. I do love sunflower seeds, which is a Gopnik food, so yeah, I guess I qualify. But yeah, I'm quite fine. Also, I'm not sure.
Check out that impaled guy.
What guy? What?
Impaled guy.
Ah, yeah, in a second. I just... Wow, you're a strong one. Oh, you're the one with the sword. Well, no matter, I'm just OP for this now. Cool, and Titanite shard. Yeah, I guess I hadn't gone here. Mortician's Air. What the hell does that do? It looks like a consumable. But it actually is not in my consumables. It's a key item. Shrine handmade will prepare new items. Huh. Okay, cool. Yes, Hazmati, it is working out quite well. I apparently picked up a reinforced club somewhere, and I think someone even said where. Ah, I think someone said near this tree where the white branches were. But I didn't notice it, so I didn't use it. But when I found this thing, I was overjoyed. It's no great club. Actually, Hazmati, I just noticed that you said great club. It's a large club. I'm still on the lookout for the great club. About Titanite. Well, I mean, Titanite sounds like a less interesting topic and one where I would prefer not to just experiment and fuck up, so feel free about that. There's like...
Well, how can you fuck up upgrading a weapon?
Well, I don't know. I guess in this game you can unupgrade it as well, so I don't know. I mean, in Dark Souls 2, I was totally looking up like the effects of what the roll does, what different enchants do, so that is not the stuff I want to discover. That's not as interesting. I guess it's a case per case basis, so if you feel the need to, or feel the desire to talk about gameplay stuff, ask what it is and I will judge. What was I looking for? Ah yes, weapons. So reinforced club, but this is a large club, +1 already, and I'm looking, I need one more Titanite shard to upgrade it to +2. But the moveset is great, better than the regular club. The reach is fantastic, and the damage, of course, is better. So this weapon is awesome for me. But I am still on the lookout for the great club, because that is always my ultimate weapon. Right. So I have a bunch of stuff to return to the Firelink again with. Pretty rare. Well, I mean, I don't know. I remember someone. I asked someone. I think it. Ah no, it wasn't one of you guys, it wasn't even posted, it was someone else from Steam. I asked whether I can find like a great club, or at what point I find the great club in this game. And I think I remember them saying it was fairly early on. but I'm not going to just gamble on that and hold off upgrading my awesome large club, because I can see myself using this weapon for a while. Hazmati, well, you will never guess, but there are some clues on my channel. Hello, Flame Rider.
Hello.
Hippocat, perhaps you can provide a smart, like cleverly constructed clue to Hazmati about whether I played Dark Souls 1 and 2.
I don't know.
Just
I
like
was
a hint, just hint, little hint, not just tell outright, just hint, so he can guess himself.
I was thinking about some like cranky and clever response to that, but I kind of failed, and you started doing the same sort of so whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, Hazmati, you might discover on my channel that I have a let's play of both of them, the previous Dark Souls. Not to brag or anything. Right, I have half a mind before I go back to Firelink to check out how do I get to that tower. So I will travel to the bridge. Not this bridge that is not far away from that bonfire. Yeah, well, it's fine, Hazmati, it's just kind of funny. I assumed you knew everything about me, like everyone whose name I remember, but I guess not. Okay, the giant is still doing stuff. But where is that giant wooden tower? Is it that thing? I guess it might be that thing. Oh well, I'll cross. So yeah, I can now just do this to pretty much everyone.
Scrub Lord is probably a different person. Postal dude.
Oh, Volber, okay. I guess that's a kind of a device that I can appreciate. I was about to say tolerate, but that sounds a bit good. Yeah, that's actually a good thing, because I guess, yeah, since you need a lot of Titanite. Or, alternatively, I can say that, okay, I took note of your advice, but I will pretend that I don't know that thing, and I will do what I would have done without the knowledge, because that's actually, I don't know, there is some hidden purity of the let's play, of the playthrough, of the stream to doing that. Maybe I'll do that, because I mean, it's not like I can just completely fuck myself out of being able to complete the game, so might as well. Okay, so yeah, these guys, not a fucking problem at all. That was just one major ass upgrade that I got at that tower with Sigward. Check out that length. Oh, and running power attack with the is a quick jump attack, so that's good as well. Oh, will you just fuck off? Okay, Scrub Lord. I don't remember if you were there last time when I mentioned it, but I am expecting to replay Witcher 3 on a higher difficulty from scratch. I nearly finished all expansions when I played it first time, but it was in kind of crappy settings. So now I can play it with better settings, and I feel like replaying it from scratch. And actually this time I will play the card game as well, which I completely ignored. And I will participate in horse races and fist fight and all that stuff that I completely ignored. And I will just pay better attention and make use of more game mechanics that I learned about. So
the only card game worth a damn is fucking Arkham Age.
Yeah, that was cool as well, but apparently Gwent from Witcher 3 is pretty cool. I just ignored it on
They
principle.
fucking made it in a separate game!
Yeah, well, I mean, Hippocat, I have a revelation for you, but they also made Arkham Age into a separate game as well. So.
Oh yeah, okay.
Point moot. Also, that's the tower, and I'm not sure there is any way of getting up there. Unless I can do something crazy with this roof. Let me check. Though I don't want to be under constant fire.
Well, you know, I have like a counter argument to that, because
okay.
Arkham Age is fucking awesome, and Gwen, who the fuck cares about that shit?
Well,
there.
apparently, like, it's like a meme that you buy Witcher 3 for Gwent, and like the storyline and the quests, everything is like a side activity, but Gwent is the main game. Apparently, a lot of people like it quite a lot. I just ignored. Oh, Titan Shard. I just ignored it on principle because actually I don't remember why. I just something. I guess it was one case of those, you know, like something is overhyped, which you initially have no interest in. You might have this feeling of, you know, now I'm just going to ignore it, just out of spite. I think that's what I did with Gwent in the end.
Hazmati, you haven't seen me angry.
Yeah, you should watch the recording of his stream from just a little bit earlier. When some Russian UFOs arrive, he just loses his shit. Okay, you know what? I don't remember if I ever was down there. Come to think of it.
Hazmati, it kinda looks like guts and like intestines and shit like this.
Ah, yeah, it looked like a bunch of skulls still with some meat in it, actually. And yes, Volbear, I have... There's two of them, right? I have two DLCs. And the Season Pass, which in Steam is marked installed, which is good to know, I suppose. I have the Ringed City and Ashes of something Andariel? Andariel's from Diablo 2, I'm not sure. I think that's the name of the first DLC. Basically, I have two of them. Oh, and there's a bonfire in here. That is a bit excessive. But it is now lit. Now, I hope I can travel to it, but I hope it didn't reset anything when I just lit it. Because I don't want to reset all the enemies. Okay, and this is how you climb. You know, this is really cool. I don't remember if I actually had a moment like this in the previous Dark Souls game, where I saw a place from very far, well, I mean, it's not that far away, but pretty far away, which I was sure I explored completely, but I saw it, and it just looked, you know, navigatable? Just traversable. And I went back there, and I looked around, and I found the hidden passage of sorts that led me to a whole other area, which might have something cool in it. At least I found at least one more Titanite, forgetting the one that dropped from someone. I think I found one just lying, unless I'm misremembering. And yeah, that's, man, I don't know how some people do it. I don't have the speed of thought to respond to everyone in the chat and not just completely freeze the gameplay. So like, if I don't respond and you can't see, because I have no camera, you can't see me turning to the side and reading, like cracking a grin. That's not a phrase. Cracking a smile. Just pretend I acknowledge messages like Hazmati's joke about...
Crack open the cold one with the boys.
Yeah. So like, for example, Hazmati's thing about eat and fight, that was amusing, and I kind of grinned.
You saw a guy in there, right?
I just ignored him. He looks like a motherfucker from Dark Souls 2 that explodes.
Aha, unkindled.
And he says this exact same thing as the guy...
Welcome to my abode.
No, not exactly the same. The first line is...
Cornix, an old pyromancer.
Oh, nice, corny.
A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Well, sure. Pyromancies sound like something I don't have to
wise.
sacrifice anything for,
A
like
chance
stats.
encounter should not be squandered.
So might as well.
To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
I like how there are some things, and I know, Hippocate, do you remember Kraton and Pate from Dark Souls 2?
Yeah.
Apparently something about them is in this game, so there are straight up some
Oh,
things.
that's cool.
There's, I think that someone is mentioned at least. So, like, there are definitely some acknowledgements of Dark Souls 2 stuff in this game. It's not like Miyazaki or whatever his name is completely ignored it. But I like how all the locations so far, like Great Swamp, Vinheim, Katarina, Astora, everything is from Dark Souls 1. And apparently, even though in Dark Souls 2 made it seem like all like the history, there's ages upon ages upon ages, like layers of the iterations of the cycle of fire and no fire, for lack of a better phrasing. So Dark Souls 2 made it seem like every time the human age is restarted, the old stuff kind of fades away and gets completely well, not completely, but gradually forgotten. And Drunk Lake, actually, the land of Drunk Lake, in the end ended up feeling like, you know, some sort of dumping ground for all those old, dilapidated, vanished, you know, previous times or something. Basically all the kingdoms from before kind of meshed together, and that explains the crazy geography. Like, if you remember from Earth and Peak, you go up the elevator and suddenly you're in a volcano. That kind of completely fucked with me the first time, but then I thought about that and rationalized it for myself that way. So Dark Souls 2 made it feel like everything from Dark Souls 1 would be completely just utterly forgotten, that old Dragon Slayer fellow wasn't there, and it was like the most direct reference to anything, and some of equipment. And now even freaking Andre is still alive. So, like, somewhere the Dark Souls 1 stuff all stowed away in some corner of either Drunk Lake or outside of Drunk Lake. And that is going to bother me, because there is like a conflict. Because Dark Souls 1 was one thing, and Dark Souls 2 came and ruined everything, in a way. But I was able to, like, you know, I wonder how much of that is headcanon style. Like everything I just said about Dark Souls 2. Because that was the only way I was able to enjoy Dark Souls 2. Imagining that Drunk Lake as that, how I described it just now, collection of old, like, kingdoms from every age, from every cycle. But now, seeing how much retains from Dark Souls 1 in this game, that kind of goes and destroys that. The only thing that was making Dark Souls 2 kind of interesting. So, damn, Miyazaki, I wonder if he actually... I don't think he ever said he doesn't like Dark Souls 2, but I wonder how he feels about it. Anyway, enough rambling about lore.
Yeah, Hazmati, actually, don't you like go through a portal in the beginning of Dark Souls 2, like in the opening cinematic? Like you just go somewhere on a boat and go through like some craziest like whirlwind or something.
Yeah, you in the intro the character of the intro, who I guess is you, he goes to some place with like a pond and a bunch of ruins, and there's a bunch of fireflies from a tree, and in the end there's a whirlpool, whatever, and he jumps down there, and I assumed it was like, you know, like Wonderland from Alice or Termina from Zelda Majora's Mask, basically like an alternate world of some kind. But I thought it was just like, you know, some the real world places ended up there after their ages ended, like something crazy like that. Well, not really too crazy. Basically, it's like where forgotten stuff ends up. Maybe it's just memories made, you know, real or something. But the weird thing after all that, because in Dark Souls 2, really, if in Drunk Lake there was barely anything from Dark Souls 1, I can't imagine then outside Drunk Lake there would be a lot of Dark Souls 1 stuff. And now this is blatantly like Dark Souls 1 shit. I wonder if there's going to be any clarification on that, or maybe we'll never know.
I wouldn't really count on it.
Well, you know, Hippocat, actually, from what I heard, there's a bunch of stuff you really wouldn't expect. I wonder if I should just divulge the stuff I kinda heard about what to expect from this game, in this game rather. Because, you know, when, I don't know if anyone in here watches reactions to like cartoons or TV shows or anything, but sometimes when a person is spoiled on something and they just kind of coyly avoid talking about exactly what they know, but you know that they are going to know some big twist, but one of the cool things about the upcoming episode they're going to know, but you don't know what. I always want to know what they know. So, I don't know, Hippocat, do you particularly mind knowing some things in advance?
I have no fucking clue what you were just talking about.
Basically, I know some things that might or might not show up in this game, and I'm wondering if I should just outright say everything that I know already, or just everything that I heard that might or might not be true.
Well, Antroid, I don't know, I think pretty much everybody here played Dark Souls 3 already, but not me, and you know, I would like it to be a surprise for me, you know.
Alright, I guess I'll keep quiet for now. Well, basically, when you said don't count on that, there are some things that I heard, like once, might be in this game, that surprised me quite a lot, and that I completely didn't expect to be anything more than like a throwaway thing. And judging by that, I have a feeling that you might be surprised by some of the things this game decides to explain. But we'll see. I heard the opinion that this game is like Miyazaki just knowing what fans would want and tying up loose ends. So, I wonder how much of that actually ended up in here. And yeah, Hazmati, that's thank you. I kinda like crafting understanding of, like, you know, game worlds that don't quite make too much sense, because I like enjoying games, and big part of that is immersion. Big part of immersion is understanding the world of the game. And so basically I did a little bit of, I guess it could be called a headcanon about Dark Souls 2, which helped me enjoy it. But I feel like it's not as much of a headcanon, because that seems like something, like, you know, some of Vatividia stuff or other people seems like way more of a stretch than everything I just said about Dark Souls 2. So I think I have quite a strong theory about that. But you know, with that theory, I quite actually like that, and I would not want to completely ignore Dark Souls 2's existence, considering that theory. But I just want to see this game somehow fit it all, or just slightly fit it together. Basically, clarifications about Dark Souls 2 are what I expect. We'll see. No, I don't want up. I want down. Wow, we didn't even...
Antroid, did you talk with the guy before?
The guy with the club sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like really condescending to me. I considered kicking him off the cliff, but then I decided against it. He was like, if you really want to suck, just go through and just go through the church and whatever. Actually, he probably meant going down here, so we'll find out what horrible things he was trying to warn me about. I like how this lever apparently glows blue without any visible light source. One of those Valve style, like from developer commentary, all our testers are idiots, so we have to put bright lights to everything important.
Check under the elevator.
Ah, yes, there could be another layer to this elevator puzzle. Nothing. Except for a really bright floor. Volber, no, that's that kind of stuff I definitely don't want to know. That's like level navigation exploration. I most definitely want to explore that all on my own. But I don't think this game has like points of no return. But after I'm finished, if anyone knows some things I missed, then you are encouraged to tell me, so I can dust everything. Dust everything. Just like I can pretty much finish everything up and find everything before just quitting the streams. Okay, just reading Hazmati stuff about Vati video. Well, I mean, he helped me understand Bloodborne stuff quite a lot. And Hazmati, I think if you mean what I think you mean, I solved that puzzle last time. You probably mean just getting up above. We did that. Oh shit. Well, Volber, okay. Time to set up some rules then. I guess if I'm about to lock myself out of something really big and cool, I want some warning, and then I'll decide how much explanation I need on that, like hints maybe. But as long as I'm just, you know, progressing, and if you know character quests in Dark Souls 1, like when you can save some people or have some people die, that stuff I want to happen organically. Like if there's an NPC that can die or live depending on my dialogue choices, I don't want to know that. But if there's something really cool... Oh, hello. I have a feeling I've seen you before. No, the archer has much. The archer is not attacking me, the archer is only shooting at enemies now. And okay, Volber, that's, I guess, Shibasha. That's good to know. Ah, I remember this. You know where I saw this guy? At the very beginning of the game. There was a little alcove with this guy.
Oh yeah.
I snatched an item. I might as well return there and kill him if this guy drops something, for example. I should
If
also...
this guy doesn't murder you, for example.
Yeah, and that too. I should also, you know what, I should go to Lothric's hide wall and try to kill that fat executioner guy that was walking in circles and ignoring me. I have a feeling that I might be cool enough for that now. Or maybe he gets something. Fucking delayed attack! Oh shit, I still managed to dodge that. No, I really am not lacking in stamina, it looks like. Oh, this guy kinda sucks. Can you go? Yes, you can go through. This guy has no understanding of how to, you know, aim most of the time. Man, this stack is useful. I love this spin out of roll, spin attack. It refills straight sword. That seems like something maybe you would use, Hippocat. Unless it's a really small one. Doesn't matter, that guy is not annoying. I mean, I kinda ate through all my SSS with him, but it was just me getting used to him. I'll probably visit the first one today and try to kill him as well. He can't be stronger than this one, surely.
Actually, if I was playing Dark Souls game nowadays, I would probably play with like a fast dex weapon or something.
Well, a straight sword. I think a straight sword is actually supposed to be like one-handed. Okay, bonfire good, so I can return here when I want to later. Which means I can feel free to go back, talk to the club guy again, see if he says anything new.
Postal dude, but where do they find an actor with the appropriate shape of the head?
I wonder if they can do the same thing they did for the Tintin movie. And have it just be super freaky CGI. Still a movie. I mean, I guess animated movie also still a movie, but you know. Hazmati, if you mean Zigwar, then yes, I did that whole thing. I mean, where do you think I got this armor? This club, I think, also was there. Well, I mean, I guess I could have ignored him completely, but yeah, we did. I got to the giant, and I helped that guy, and we fought the giant flaming motherfucker. Imported. I'm going to go check for imported goods. Yeah, I did have...
Yeah, you did pick up a thing, right?
Yeah. I guess when I pick something like that up, I should not delay and immediately go and do that.
You like poking around in... How very genteel.
I wonder if he says that just because I, well, went down there. Ah, Hazmite, understandable. I don't remember anything about item locations Dark Souls 2, for example. Only beaten it once. And I don't remember a lot of things from 1, even.
Ah. Taking an interest in her, have you? Well, she's a lost cause. Couldn't even become a firekeeper.
This guy has a cool voice.
All this way and got her all ready.
Oh,
she's beyond repair, I tell you.
Huh. I guess you just had to go down there for him to say new things. That's quite interesting. Also, I guess these are just people trying to drop down there. Yeah. But since my idea that going down here would get me down there was debunked, I now am wondering how to get down there. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm assuming maybe that will eventually lead in here. Yeah, since there's stairs going down in the cell. I would go around, find some place different to get down, walk all the way through there, and come from out here.
The woman's a lost, couldn't even become a firekeeper. She's beyond repair, I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, Hazmati, you know, they never actually mentioned that becoming a firekeeper was hard. Everyone, well, I mean, everything hinted that being a firekeeper was pretty difficult, because you have, like, you know, humanities, sprawling, whatever, crawling, well, I mean, sprawling also kind of almost works under your skin, or whatever was the description of the brass set in Dark Souls 1. Fuck you. Yeah, I can shrug off the dog attacks now, so that's cool. Spoils, boys, yeah. But they never actually said that becoming a firekeeper was hard. I mean, I'm assuming the Firelink Firekeeper from Dark Souls 1 was kind of forced to become one. Okay, so yeah, that goes inside the building and probably continues in that canyon by the guy. So I'm assuming it goes from there. Or maybe not, because that looks like a dead end as well. I'm going, nobody tell me, but I'm going to try and search for a way down. There is something wooden on my side. Let me check from this side. Aha! That is totally how you get where you get there from. So there's some tunnel or corridor in here. I mean, Volber, the laugh thing, it's from Dark Souls 1 and probably even Demon Souls. I don't remember if Demon Souls people laughed a lot. Yeah, as Hazmati said. Man, I am just slow on reading the chat. But that's really cool, like, what the hell is up with the huge amount of activity now? I'm not complaining. Oh shit, I have no Estus. I better run the fuck away from this place. It's cool to have many people, or just, you know, a few people talking a lot, but it's kind of weird that it happened on a weekday of all days. So. Okay.
Well, if you live in a fucking shithole, there's like crazy undead everywhere, just want to kill you, and you just can only pretty much laugh about it.
Yeah, that's just their way of dealing with the situation. I know I like to laugh a lot when I feel any emotion that is not actually, you know, funny. Fucking just that. Okay, last time I assessed a bunch of these guys, but I guess I'll just have to... Oh no, you know what I did last time? I just ran up to this guy and... Oh yeah, now I see all the rotting stuff you mentioned last time here, because I didn't notice it as much last time. Yeah, well, I mean... Cultural difference with Japan is probably the biggest... Actually, no, probably not.
You probably have less cultural differences with like some alien invaders from Alpha Centauri than with Japanese.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but then I remembered like various native tribes everywhere and stuff like that, so who knows. But, or like India feels like a pretty different place. But yeah, Japan, as far as like conventional... now I'm going to say something really uneducated and or offensive, but Japan is part of what is considered first world, right? Like America, Europe...
I think so, yes.
Europe actually probably is not first world. I don't remember what's second world. I know third world is like the shit. But basically, like among the conventional first world cultures, Japan is like the weirdest one for me, at least. Ah, you know what? Probably this door. This door. This door is the key. Actually, this door is the lock. It's locked. And maybe the person sells the key now. Let's return to Firelink. Try to burn. Actually, I can just read about the undead bone shard here. Casting the shrine bonfire to boost the recovery priority for the Estus flask. Okay, so it's probably one like permanent upgrade. That's good. So that's instead of the previous uses for firekeepers. I wonder if I should not have given the fire, like if I gave the firekeeper soul to that chick, if she could become a firekeeper. But oh well, I will live with my choices. That's just replayability.
Well, you still, it's not like you wasted it. I mean, you did about that like curse thing, whatever it was called.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, I had that curse on me and I didn't even notice any effects of it, so I'm not sure if that was really bad. Maybe it would, like, as it said, accumulate curse. Maybe it would accumulate stuff over time. Like, as I was dying, maybe it, like, decreased my health, like Dark Souls or something. Possibly it's better than everything I hear about the first world, to be honest. I'm quite glad that I'm not in America or even Canada nowadays. Is getting pretty crazy, I hear, so, you know, fuck that.
What's up with Canada? Isn't it like the best country ever?
There's like a lot of really, how do you say, like crazy activists about really weird issues that are enforcing laws that could be easily abused. Like basically they're forcing you to be polite to people, and by law to some people, and those laws sound like someone can say just, oh shit, I was offended, and you go to jail, and that can be abused.
So basically exactly like what we have with like
religious
Orthodox
people feelings. Yeah. But in this case, at least, you know, like, don't tell religious people about religion and you'll be fine. But in that case, you just get, you know, wave to someone on the scene like, oh, that was not assault. What's the other word? Like, whatever. Basically, someone can get offended at anything and sue you. Actually, I think the specific law I think is about misgendering, but you know, you just accidentally refer to someone as dude and they can just go all up in flames, even if that is like a gender neutral word nowadays.
This is such fucking bullshit. I mean, come on, you can identify as whatever the fuck you want, but you can't force people to take you seriously. This is just such bullshit, and they shouldn't have any fucking laws about that.
Well, Canada really takes being polite seriously. I have things to say on this topic, but I will not talk about that in a Dark Souls 3 stream.
Welcome home, Ashen One.
You are playing as a green woman in Dark Souls. You can talk about anything.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ashen One, to be unkilled, sovereignless soul. I will show Ashen One.
Okay, so I guess you are not the maiden, actually. The maiden
Hey Antroid, you should use the Sigward gesture, the Firekeeper.
I don't even remember what the Sigward gesture was. Let me just do this first. Okay. Ah, classic Asmati. You're being very original there. Okay, gesture.
Well, wasn't it pretty obvious? I mean, there's like only two choices when you create a character, so I did not assume anything.
That is so transphobic that there's only two choices. By the way, like the Pokemon games or Splatoon that ask you, are you a boy or a girl? Like, oh, like, oh my god, oh my god, so gross, oh my god, I was literally like, can't even. Anyway, whatever. Toast. Well, she doesn't give a shit. Maybe I should sit closer. Oh, no, she whirls around after a second or two. Okay. That's... I'm using. Actually, this gesture can be so abused. Let me see if I can move even closer. No, don't quite reach. Now for a second there, I pressed backwards when my character raised his fist a little bit and it looked like he grabbed her hand. I mean, she grabbed, holy shit, I am misgendering my own character. Oh well. I'm gonna go do the gesture to Andre and see if I can stick a fist up his something. Yes,
I should totally make a game where you can choose like whatever from the gender list, and then the NPC just tells you what the fuck is wrong with you. And then it limits back to like boy and girl.
Yeah. Or, you know, it could be a slider. Some game had the gender slider. It was, I think it was some game where like you don't ever see your character in any form. I don't remember what it was. It was like a joke thing. Right. That's fine.
I'm just gonna unleash all the hate of SJWs on myself, but I just completely don't fucking understand that. Like, how can you be fucking confused about this? I mean, I was born with a dick, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm a boy, and I just never questioned that. And I can't imagine, like, people...
Well,
let this ash bestow nourishment.
Let me first hear what she says, actually.
These new wares content thee.
I missed the first line or two, but who cares? Let me buy things and then I will unleash my hardly educated opinion. Grave key. Key to door in undead settlement sewer. That's pretty convenient. Still no Titanite though. Okay. Okay, well, grave key is cool. Now.
Ashen one.
Actually, I will side slightly, like, one step towards SJWs from your position, Hippocat. There is such a thing, apparently, as like this, what is it called, like dysphoria or dysmorphia. I have seen both words actually. I don't know if there's a difference. And it's called like body this, and it is a documented thing where like for some reason, for hormones or whatever, like you definitely there's just some innate feeling that you are in the wrong body, and I completely understand that. And I completely understand if you like people, like you want people to call you what you feel like and not what your body is. That's fine. I don't understand it. And we that do not suffer from this situation do not understand it. It's fine. Like there are a lot of things that I do not understand, but I should just accept that it's true, because you know it's not like a big. Actually, it is a scientific thing, because apparently scientifically it has been kind of like examined. But here comes the fun part. The fun part is all like deciding how to treat. Like, should you transition surgically? Should you present as the gender you identify as, like wear makeup or clothes, or just, you know, your head a separate way? And if you, like those usual people, if you reject gender norms, how the fuck do you then present as a gender if you reject the norms? Because that kind of like, you have to use a norm to present a certain way. So that's a whole, like, you know, I don't actually give a shit about figuring that out. And I think if I ever at any point come across a person like that, I will decide on a case-per-case basis, just whether it depends on how much I respect them as well. Online, when someone says, okay, I am this, I just, whatever, dude. But when you are starting to, in fact, make laws, and I understand being polite, I understand, you know, wanting to stop people just from being complete dickheads, and especially if it's psychologically hard when people completely call you something you don't feel you are. But that law is the problem. Like, stuff that spawned that law is less of a problem, but the law itself is just something that can be so abused in such a way, and it is thought of just because people are in a hurry to prove just how progressive they are, I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. So basically, like, and also if you start going about like genders, wear them like gloves, like fashion. Oh, today I feel like, I don't know, today I feel like a tomboy. Actually, that applies to girls, so it's not a word I would use for myself, of course. But, or today I feel like maybe combing my hair. Oh my god, I might be a different gender today. I'm totally gender fluid, you guys. Because that's a feminine thing, right? Combing your hair. So that stuff is bullshit, and that's just, you know, teenagers on Tumblr. And that stuff should not be taken seriously. But I'm just saying that some aspects of it should be taken seriously, but not a lot. And you definitely shouldn't make laws about people's speech. That's just stupid.
This what I was referring to. I mean, like gender fluid and whatever the fucking fucked up terms that people come up with that nobody even knows what the fuck that means.
Yeah, that, like, it's just, you know, a matter of figuring out a little bit. Most of those terms, many of those terms are bullshit. Some of those terms are legit. Just, you have to just, you know, either ignore it completely. My advice would be either ignore it completely and do not, like, try to argue about an opinion, or try to just see what the terms might mean and then spend like 5 minutes thinking about. Some of them might have roots in reality, some might not. Okay. Oh yeah, Sweden. I hear Sweden is pretty shit right now. Volbear, do you mean the questline where I gave the Firekeeper soul to the Firekeeper here, and I could have given it to that woman in the cell, because that's the only thing, I think, the only permanent decision I made. Blah 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 blah. Also, okay, while I'm going here, also there was a thing, there is a widespread thing in Europe concerning all the refugees, and I mean, taking in refugees is a good thing, in concept. Because, you know, why would you... I mean, there are many reasons, but ultimately, if people are in danger of dying, you should, you know, just let them live here. But when people... when there's crime statistics that point to a certain group of people, and you really want to appear progressive and not hurt the feelings of some of them, because some people will blame crimes of a significant portion of those people, they will blame the crimes on the people as a whole. And that's wrong, obviously. But it's not as bad as what is done to oppose that, hate speech so to speak, and what is done to oppose that is completely denying reality, that a sizable portion of a group of people is doing bad things, is unfit for, you know, acclimating, cannot acclimate in society of where they immigrate. But, and the people that attribute those characteristics to the whole people, all the immigrants ever, they are assholes, but they mostly can't do shit. So you should be a bit honest. Anyway. Ah yes, Wilbur, I guess... Oh, okay, cured dark... Oh, I cured it! So can I get it again then, Wilbur? I mean, when you hear about curing something, that's usually a good thing, but oh well. I assume that's something that you can get over and over again. Fuck, why didn't I do that? Also, this is a really stupid move. Or maybe not.
Well, whatever Antroid, you can't do everything like in one playthrough, especially it's your first fucking playthrough. I mean, this is Dark Souls, come on, you can't expect to just find everything.
Yeah. That's true, that's true. I didn't find a lot of things in Dark Souls 1 or 2. Thing is though, in 2 I didn't really care about them, like the dark thing place with the extra bosses and such.
The boss is pretty cool though.
I think I've seen videos. This is like where it splits in two and has a wing.
Yes.
Alright. Okay, you can fall down, maybe, like you did before. So yeah, about the... Also, let me quickly for a second just close the game here. Oh, okay, it's just messages per minute. There was a number on my stream thing under stream health, and I guess stream health is a separate tab. Never mind. So I guess the answer to that question is, oh, why am I going out of the sewer? The door is there. The answer is that I cannot get that sigil from anywhere else, right then? Yes or no? Or just, you know, since I didn't pose the question in a very clear manner, just can or can I not get the sigil again from somewhere, from anywhere?
Well, in Dark Souls Spirit, you should ask yes or no question in that, like, cat's manner from the forest.
Yeah. And if I cannot get it again, did I always have it or did I get it from somewhere and I didn't notice?
Well, people say it's like NG Plus thing now, so I guess you can't.
Yeah, that's just I want to just see if maybe there's, you know, some intricacy to it beyond just, you know, you cured it once, you can never get it again, questline over. Maybe you can get it again, but you can, because the option to cure it is still there. I assume, like the draw hidden strength, it would have been logical to expect it to go away if it's a one-time thing. That's why I thought it was. Okay, is Yol the club guy? Because I don't know anyone's name. Or is Yol like a pyromancy guy or someone? I don't know. Pyromancy guy was like Xanax or whatever. Oh shit, I'm getting a bit destroyed. No. Don't die from fall damage, please. It's okay. Anyway, I'm going to that guy. I would probably be able to get to him by going around, as I'm assuming the structure will lead me to. Oh, the old guy, okay. Okay, I'll talk to him next chance I get. Hello, Luis.
Hello.
Alright, okay, Hazamati, that's cool to know, that's good to know, interesting. I might like replay this game later. Also, wait a second. This water. Hippocate, just in a second, check out how this water ends here on the sledge. I've settled the camera in a good way. Oh bear. Oh bear? Yes, oh bear, indeed. Alright, enough of that. I also forgot to point something out when I was talking about freaking immigrants, which, you know, I'm just negatively qualified to talk about everything I spent the last 10 minutes talking about, but you know, my opinion is very important. Check out the ropes on the logs on the side here. They're totally like offset horizontally down to my left. Won't stare at them for a while, wait for this thing to catch up. For Hippocat's sake mostly. On and the other side as well, on some of them.
Oh boy.
Now I'm going to look at everything and progress just like a room session. Also, it's already like 9 in the evening. I think, assuming this tunnel eventually leads like back to that cell with the girl and stuff, I'm just going to do this and switch off after that because it's quite late in the evening and it's a work day and I kind of want to wake up tomorrow. Vilka. Dissolution, that is from Quake. From another Quake. Well, I'm not cursed. Okay, dissolution is cursed. I have not sinned yet because I've done precisely nothing. I've spent almost the entire game not human, so I didn't have any opportunities to even get invaded by NPCs, assuming it works the same way. Man, someone... I wonder if these graves have been here for export into Yarnam, because Yarnam has a fuck ton of graves, and this looks like a place where they're just kind of stored and not, you know, used. La 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 la. Oh, I knew you were going to get together, so to speak. Now, are you forever gone, or are you going
Well, Volbar, is there any other way to know what it does, really? Holy shit, it's a skeleton.
Yeah,
it's a
Hazmat,
skeleton with horns.
It has trees growing out of it. And he doesn't return, looks like. I didn't notice if I got any souls for him. Yes, I do get souls, okay, so they don't return. And I mean, Volgar, that's never been an issue, like... Never ever in a Dark Souls game has a... It's not like a yes or no answer to a question, but like an option in someone's menu never has led to something irreversible that would make you miss content. Only by, you know, not thinking too much about what you answer people, you could lock yourself out by, for example, having Laurentius go down to Blighttown and get killed there because you tell him where you found the cool pyromans and he wants to investigate on his own and he goes there. Like, there is not really a good way to expect that, but at least it has logic. But you know, when you have an item and you have a person to give that item to and that gives you a new thing, it's not very logical to expect that that new thing is going to lock you out of content. But, I mean, you never know with Dark Souls, and I guess it's just one of the two options. One of the two good things you can get from that item, so... Yes, I mean, I know Volbar, I know what happened, but I'm just saying it was not something that I could intuitively predict. And therefore, I had no idea that there was a reason for me not to click dialogue options like, oh, check out this ragdoll Hippocat in a second here. This looks like claymation. Fantastic, I love this. Hello, Skull Monkeys cutscenes.
Yeah, that looks pretty weird.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Volbar, you are just kind of like, you know in advance, and of course you say like, oh, of course it's like you cut out content, smiley face, but really there is no way to know that. I mean, how would you know that? I mean, if you can cure something that it's like sickness and it's probably something bad, so it's logical to cure whatever it is that you have, right?
Oh, also apparently this guy is drop Titanite fairly often, so I definitely am going to upgrade the large club. But yeah, that is definitely like, not to completely think of too many excuses for myself, but not choosing that dialogue option was just not intuitive in any way or reasonable, because just based on the previous Dark Souls precedent and just, you know, things I expect from video games. How do you do that? Maybe you use a throwing knife. But I understand that that's how they did it, and I will know that now, and I will save that knowledge for later.
Don't you have a bow, Antroid?
I do, but too late now. Well, I mean, actually not too late at all, but I just want to see if I can aim this shit. Yeah, wasn't gonna use them much anyway, I don't think. And that's completely useless thing that I'm never gonna use either, but whatever. Also, I'm gonna clear up my list here. Remove binoculars, remove empty like energy bottle that I'm never gonna use because who uses that?
Here is a confession for you people. In Dark Souls 2, I never ever, on none of my playthroughs, I never ever gotten an item from a tree from the arena where you fight Nashka.
Now I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. Is it like you destroy something, can no longer get that, or I think
Well, it's like you're supposed to trick her into like breaking the tree down or something.
Ah, yeah.
I never did that.
I remember now. In my last, which is second playthrough, I noticed that. I don't remember if I noticed it the first time, but I do remember that, and trying to attack that thing and figuring out it was probably meant to be destroyed by the boss, like a bunch of walls in what was the name of that? The Earthen Peak. You know, there was like a stone wall that couldn't be destroyed by the giant motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like that. So basically, yeah, I figured that out at least, but I didn't figure it out in time because I couldn't really spare my attention during the combat.
So what's a Saint Talisman you just picked up?
That's probably a miracle casting thing. Might as well read, I suppose. Probably gonna be in the, or is there a separate thing for like magic stuff? Yeah, talismans and wands. Saint's talisman. Meaning for casting miracles of the gods. Ivory talismans are given to women clerics, and faith greatly affects their effectiveness. There is a certain frailty to this talisman, which undermines the steadfastness granted by its skill. Unfaltering prayer temporarily increases poise while casting miracles. Prevent attacks from disrupting prayer. That's pretty cool. If I ever use miracles, I've never actually used miracles in the Dark Souls game yet. Also, I wonder how much stock I should put in locations of items. Like this talisman was here, on the way to her, and ooh, I wonder if she is a former priest or something like that.
That's kinda like too obvious, but not really Dark Souls-ish.
This message.
Also, Louis, yeah. What message?
You'll see in a second.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like, no matter which phrases you give to people, they will find a way to write something inappropriate. Like, no matter what. And yeah, Louis, kinda like being completely destroyed by a naked guy showing rude gestures. That's kind of part of the game. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, recently I have been in Dark Souls 1 invading a whole bunch of people and just, you know, completely ruining their day by killing them with overpowered sorceries that I got completely ahead of my level because I just tried to get everywhere as low level as possible. So I have like the Hippocat. Have you ever used sorceries in Dark Souls 1? Do you know like the dark sorceries?
No.
Basically there's like a shotgun of missiles, about 6 of them or something, which is like dark bead, and that's OP as hell. And there is pursuers. Do you at least know homing soul mass?
I know that's like huge, like glowing spears, like fly.
No. That's the crystal spear. Soul mass is actually, I think, the aforementioned Scorpion and Snashka uses that. Also, like she gets like these projectiles floating above her, and then they shoot out at you when.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Basically,
yeah.
that spell. There's a bunch of those, and there's they shoot. They fly kind of fast, and you can dodge them easily, and enemies can dodge them. But Pursuers is a dark version of that, and it shoots out projectiles that fly very slowly and aim near perfectly, and that thing just wrecks pretty much everyone. Unless they hide behind cover or have really high physical defense, because dark magic does physical damage. So I've been completely unfairly just murdering people in Sense Fortress as a kind of OP sorcerer. And before I did a lot of co-op helping in bosses in Dark Souls 2 and 1, and that's awesome. Like there is amazing part of this game. So yes, Luis, you probably should have tried that. And Hazmati, I'm not talking to her because
he's rambling.
yes, I was talking. Also, before I do talk to her, I need to figure out how to lay two-parted messages, because oh shit! Someone I don't even remember the context of this message. Could this be a tough enemy? Where did I lay that message? Near some boss, I guess. Two people thought it was a good one. I want to see how I could put down two-layered message, like two-parted message. Huh! I'm going to steal the other one, kind of. Ah, it's a prisoner. Now, how do I put the second part? Do I have to buy like an additional thing? Oh, change note format. Y. That's... what button is that? Like... I'm going to push a bunch of buttons. Cancel. No. Oh, I can put a gesture in. Oh, okay, conjunctions. Oh, there we go. Whatever. At least I learned how to make multi-tier messages. Yeah, Volbear, I guess I figured out while I was not looking in chat. Just the hardest part was figuring out what button was Y, because it was F actually. Let's talk to her.
Who is there?
Somebody's going to read your shit and like wonder what the fuck was that.
Oh, please, whoever you are, touch me. The dark surrounds me, nibbles at my flesh. Little creatures, they never stop biting. So please, hold out your hand and touch me.
Touch? I'm committing that thing, the word I forgot.
Ah, yes, there you are. So close, indeed.
Hover hands as well. I'm not touching her actually.
And I'm not entirely alone. Just yet.
Just hovering above her shoulder.
Praise the merciful gods above.
You force touch her.
Yes.
Oh, forgive me.
Switch action. Haha, I wonder what second action I have.
I am Irina of Karim.
Oh, Karim, so you're evil. Okay, I should kill you probably.
I came to this land so that I might be a firekeeper. Your touch has freed me from the darkness. You are a champion then. I am weak and unfit to tend the flames. But if it would not trouble you, might I enter into your service?
She'll probably give me
instead?
miracles, I suppose. Accept, because why not? I'm not gonna use your service, but let's just pretend.
I, Irina of Karim, solemnly swear to serve you.
Also the only one so far with the Russian sounding name. Yeah, I guess my message doesn't really make sense. It has some dark undertones that I will let you figure out for yourself. Let's talk to the club guy.
You've gone and rescued her, have you? How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help.
Yeah.
Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate. I am Egon, a knight of Karim.
Egon?
I am allied to you for
Of
as
the
long as you
Ghostbusters.
assure the girl's safety. And only for that long.
Well, I mean, Egon, if she's teleported to Firelink, even though I've seen people's deaths in there, I'm assuming she's probably safe. So teleport there and you will be trapped forever.
What's the matter? My terms are very simple. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety. And only for that long.
Also, your club looks completely idiotic and is going to break the first time you swing it. I mean, it would if this was a realistic game.
What's the matter? I'm
okay. I guess I'm not going to kick you down the cliff this time, Egan, of whatever you said you were actually. What was he from? Karim as well, probably. Oh well.
Yeah, he said Karim.
Okay, cool. Alright, so now I go upgrade my large club, and I guess I don't remember if there was anything else to do. Ah, yes, ask the pilgrim sorcerer person about something concerning the thing I cured. That still confuses me, but whatever. I'm assuming this guy will like put his signature for co-op or whatever, be summonable NPCs or something, which I will never see, I suppose. Well, I guess I wouldn't have died if I fell down there, but whatever. First time I remember the bonfire is right here. Left here actually, but still. Travel. Burning Shrine. Ah, you know what I might as well do? I might as well go kill the other Crowley motherfucker with cold breath. After I use my souls and whatnot. Okay, let's upgrade. And talk to Sorcerer. And even though I know I should probably hold out for the Grey Club, I also know that the
good to see
pot people
what needs me.
drop shards.
Pot people.
Yep. Large club plus more. Now I only need 6, so might as well at some point go kill a bunch of them again.
I don't want
I don't want
Oh, I would do anything.
Talk.
As I have said, alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry. But I can't. Perhaps I believe we pivot those.
Okay, he doesn't say anything.
As I have said, but I we pivot those.
And I think when I first talked to him, did I already cure that thing by that point, or did I have it when I first talked? I don't remember. Okay, only sorceries. So he doesn't say anything about my sigil or whatever was it that I cured. Was it? I don't know. The thing I cured, which only just each time I thought of it, it made me think about, you know, in Uzumaki, that part when the girl has a spiral drill into her head, like there's an eye kind of hanging on a string that is also spiraling. I just the whole of that nature I was picturing when they were talking about that. Okay, level up.
Welcome home, speaker.
It is so weird that the option to heal the Dark Sigil is still there. Like, if it was gone from this menu now, I would have assumed it was a one-time only thing. Even then, I would probably assume that it might reappear if I got it again. It's so strange.
Very well. Then touch the dark. Take note.
I guess it's just one of those things that you never guess and have to know from the internet or from other people. Oh, I can do that multiple times. Cool.
I mean, why would you write a line of script to remove a dialogue option? Come on.
Yeah, that's too much.
Farewell, I may the flame.
Actually, I don't remember Dark Souls 1, but I have a feeling that, like, you know, options like give Firekeeper Soul and such didn't appear when you didn't have the corresponding item. I don't remember. Or like burn the thing in Dark Souls to my... Ah no, it was a separate menu, whatever. Teleport to the very beginning. Yeah, I'm gonna kill... I guess since I just, before I forget, I'm going to dust up several things. I'm going to try to kill this motherfucker, I'm going to try to kill the fat executioner looking motherfucker, and that's going to be it. And next time I'll still have 3 unexplored directions, which are the dragon, which is way too early, the path further behind where I was... The first frosty motherfucker was there, and then the path with all the flowers, which there's the tree boss. Yes, Hazmati, I killed him when I snuck up to him from behind by falling down that tower. I killed him with great, well, not great difficulty, but just by kinda, you know, stun locking him a little bit and then running away and healing like a bitch. So no actual skill. And he dropped a bunch of stuff that I didn't even look at because I have this like Russian Bogatyr armor and the giant club, so what else do I, especially fucking katanas. I always hate in fantasy games when there's Japanese like stuff. Samurais, ninjas and katanas, for example, for some reason they have no place in fantasy for me. Fantasy is supposed to be generic medieval stuff with magical elements. And I guess I really like Arabic stuff in fantasy as well, like in maybe some Egyptian stuff. I don't know, whatever. Let's kill this. Is it the same? It's not actually the same thing. Not even remotely the same thing. So Hippocat, when you said, ah yes, you were actually wrong because I was wrong.
That's what I get for always agreeing with you.
Oh shit. But yeah, roll this or something? Okay, I'm just gonna drink now. Yeah.
Well, it looks beatable.
Yeah, but he has a couple of those, you know, quick attacks that he doesn't really have a lot of tells for. At least one of those attacks that hit me, the last one that hit me. Maybe he does have tells for it and I just don't know them yet. It's very likely. What if I just keep rolling when I'm in front of him? Wow, that was kind of stupid. You motherfucker. Wow, it looked for a second like he just collided with a wall. Titanite scale. Well, Hazmati, who knows, maybe I would have done that too, I just never tried. Like I do most things. How can you tell? Maybe I'm like a brilliant pianist or something, I just never tried. I have many talents, you cannot prove I don't have them. Titanite scale, I'm assuming that's like for specific weapons either. I'm going to read a bunch of item descriptions, maybe next time or maybe off camera, I don't know. Probably next time. In case there's something cool in them that I should react to.
Maybe it's like twinkling Titanite.
Yeah, well I mean dragon scales also were a thing. Sounds good.
No, what were dragon scales used for?
For like a specific set of weapons, like dragon tooth and some other things. You know, like dragon, whatever. There was a dragon great sword, dragon king great axe, and stuff like that in Dark Souls 1. Basically, a bunch of dragon-related weapons, and it was really expensive to upgrade them, like 10 fucking thousand souls per level of upgrade. Where is the? Yeah, I think this is probably the easiest to get to that from. Thank you, Luis, but that was not really difficult. Transposing kiln. I am not even going to attempt to read all that. Soul transposing, whatever. What was I? Was I talking about something? I feel like I was talking about something. Yeah, motherfuckers are so simple now. And I just matrixed right under that arrow. Or bolt, rather. I think I had some feelings about, like, to further elaborate on, like, the Russianness of this pre-kid, but I don't actually have anything to say about that, I just like it. I guess the only thing, which is something I said in the character creation screen, assuming that's the same armor I saw on the class in there, is that it reminds me of the guys in that Heidi's Tower of Flame area. Ooh, right. You. And I also really like those guys, and I like them a lot more than the big people from Dark Souls 1 in Anor Londo, whatever their name. I don't remember. Were they just like... They weren't just giants, there was something else, like guardian sentinels, I think, maybe. Anyway, let's see how much this guy kills me. But based on other gigantic enemies in this game so far, maybe he'll just be very slow and predictable. doesn't do much damage at least. Also, he reminds me of the Dragon Rider, which automatically makes him completely like laughable. People with halberds historically have never been too difficult. But I'm still sucking. I think I'm just gonna trade hits with him. Kinda, to a point. Yeah, there's a guy. Ah, no. Camera was against me, everything was against me. I'm gonna try again. Okay, Lois, thank you for clarification. Yeah, Sentinels. I remember because Sentinel armor, I think. Also, that guy's totally beatable. I just kinda sucked. I'm going to do that and then stop the stream today because it's getting pretty late on a weekday. Tomorrow, work, morning. As I do still keep with my retarded schedule of getting up between 3 and 2 AM.
At least you admit it's retarded.
Yeah, but also I go to sleep way earlier than I usually do, so I still have kind of enough sleep, like 6 hours about maybe on good days. Today is going to be like 4.5 hours, but whatever. I don't fall asleep at work and that's the most important part. Also, it has many advantages. I love walking to work when there's no one just out on the streets. It's very calming and pleasant. And you can cross every road without waiting for the street light because there's no cars. And also I spend like 4 hours in the office alone without anyone else there, so that's amazing. And I leave the office before anyone else by a large margin. And after I come home, I don't feel like my entire day has already passed, even though technically it's just shifted. But you know, when I come home and it's dark outside and it's 8 o'clock in the evening, it feels like, oh well, I wasted my entire day on my work. But when it's 4 o'clock when I come home, even though I go to sleep in 3 hours or so, it still feels like there's a lot more time left. Also, I didn't expect fuck, no, to backstab this person.
But Antroid, how do you get work done when there is no one else in the office? Oh wait, you don't.
Actually, Epacat, you'll find that I kind of do everything I'm asked to do, but maybe not always as fast as I can, but so far there haven't been complaints in a long time from the boss about me, you know, being slow or inefficient or anything. I mean, I'm just kind of a side thing. I'm making VR and AR demos that he just takes with him to shows where he shows the main product, and that's just like, you know, to dazzle maybe a person or two into getting interested.
What is the main fucking product actually? What the fuck are you doing there?
I have nothing to do with the main product. I'm just using stuff it creates, it produces.
But do you at least know what this is?
Yes, it's a program and service, I guess, in a way. Basically, it's of limited use, mostly of use to like shops and stores and people who want to sell things or just show things, because it used to be a 3D scanning like solution where you would rotate a thing on a turntable and it would build a 3D model, but that they never managed to get that to work well enough, and so we moved on onto like Doom sprites. Only instead of 8 angles there's 120 angles, and basically...
Yeah, Antroid, you forgot your souls.
Where am I? Oh, yes, thank you. I'm gonna go take them. Oh wait, giant armor. Where do I remember the word sentinel from then? I feel like there was a equipment piece that had sentinel in it, because otherwise how would I remember the name? But yeah, also giant armor is also something I remember seeing, so you are probably right. But yeah, so basically you have a... If you make a video of something spinning, well, that doesn't really matter. There might be things that we do with like recognition later. Some people are working on it at present. But at the moment, basically, you film a video. Ideally, you are instructed to film a video of an item spinning on a turntable. And you feed the video to our program, as far as I understand it, actually. I never use it. Maybe it just gets the video in real time from the camera as you do it. Basically, it produces 120 frames from the video, and then constructs a thing that you can link on your website, like an iframe. It's like completely embeddable, like a YouTube video. Embeddable thing where there's this object of yours, and you know, like you click on it and drag left and right with your mouse cursor, and you spin it around, and you basically can, if you did the proper video rotating the object on a turntable, in the end you get a thing where you can rotate this object and look at it from every angle online. So it's kind of like, you know, better than a photograph of something like a shoe or a ring, or even like you could make an entire person in clothes that you want to show from every direction. Basically it's kind of useful, I suppose, but you know, I'm not the person that would ever make decisions to you know, design a storefront for a store or anything like that. So I don't know, but apparently we are getting a bunch of customers and clients, so that's... And basically what I do is I make VR and AR applications in Unreal. I used to do in Unreal, now moved to Unity. In HoloLens and Vive and Gear VR, where used to use our 3D models, but now they use the sprites, and I have this amazing Doom what it was like 1992 technology of a thing showing a texture depending on what angle it's looked at from. But the difference is we have 120 textures, each of them 1K by 1K, so you can imagine how fucking unoptimized everything is. But it actually kind of works, and works reasonably well on Gear VR, which is shit because it uses an Android phone and phones are crap. It still manages to not like chug with a reasonable amount of items in a reasonable looking room, so that's cool. But yeah, Sentinel Armor in Dark Souls 2. I would not know that, Luis, because I have paid pretty much no attention to Dark Souls 2 equipment beyond the Drunk Lake thing that you find in the place with the giant sword stone place around the Pursuer first one. And after that, the guy with the separate head, his equipment. Other than that, I don't think I ever wore any equipment in Dark Souls 2. Maybe like the Fool's Hat, the general jester outfit parts. So I have no idea where I find the Sentinel item, not the word Sentinel from. Maybe the giant description in Dark Souls 1, the giant equipment armor piece item description. Anyway, level up, and we'll shut off.
Speak that.
Now go watch those streams you recommended.
Then touch the dark, take nourishment.
You mean Lobos?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Those are entertaining, severely entertaining, I would even say. At least until the novelty wears off, which is like he did further playthroughs with the same gimmick, like randomizer, use what you see, but after the first one it's not quite as interesting anymore. Well, I mean, you will obviously be able to judge for yourself when you're getting bored and just shut it off. I'm just saying, do not expect it to entertain you for very long, but of course an individual run lasts like 8+ hours in total, so there's a bunch of time to kill. Well, Luis, I don't remember reading about that item or paying any attention to those items in Dark Souls 2, so I don't know. But that was fun. I really enjoy being able to stream just when I feel like streaming, which includes weekdays and random schedules. So if there are some people who will not be able to join us because they need to know in advance, well, that's too fucking bad, because you know, if I wasn't streaming like this, I would not stream at all, because I cannot be arsed to do the thing I did before with Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, Luis, yeah, those Sentinels, you know what, you might be entirely correct. Though when I called the guys in Anor Londo Sentinels, and I said I claimed the Sentinel armor was called Sentinel armor, I felt like it was a separate thing. Like, I remember the Sentinels from the Dark Souls 2, and I felt like, yeah, those are Sentinels, but there's are also Sentinels, and I have a reason to know that, not just because I remember there was Sentinels from Dark Souls 2. Anyway, no one cares. Goodbye everyone, goodbye Hippocat, thank everyone for being here. And Hippocat, of course, and the chat people. It was a very lively chat today, very nice. Got to know a bunch of things. Got a little bit guided to the right path in a way that I completely didn't mind with the club guy and the lady, because I don't think I would have paid attention. Actually no, maybe I would have, because I would have still noticed that the lift downwards in the tower doesn't get me to the canyon, and I would have probably investigated anyways. And I would have found out about the key, because I noticed that item. I just didn't go here immediately, but I did always in the back of my mind have the plan to go here and talk to her to see what a new wares she would have. But yeah, very good, very good. So goodbye everyone, stopping in as soon as I can focus OBS. There we go, stopping in 3, 2, 1, goodbye.